Hey everyone, we're back in my wife's 2024 Honda CR-V Sport L. It currently has 16,382 miles, so I'll be doing a 15,000 mile update. I've done a 5, I've done a 10, and obviously this is going to be the 15. So I'll take you for a quick walk around it. I'll show you what we're working with here, and I'll tell you what it's been like to own over the past 15,000 miles. Now we bought this in August or September of last year, 2023. And have had zero regrets. In this video, I'm going to be telling you all the problems we have with it, the current problems we have with it as well, and answer some questions that I've seen pop up over the past few months on the other videos. So, first problem right off the bat, all 4 wheels are corroding. This is, you can't really see it here, but maybe a little bit. You can kind of see some bumps. This one's real bad. You can really see it here. The corrosion. Hopefully I'm getting a close-up of that. I can't tell if the POV is going to be good or not, but you can see it all. It's all bubbling up. All 4 of them are like that. And whatever. I mean, you guys get the point. They're all corroded. Called the dealership. They instantly took care of it, and 4 new wheels are on the way. So shout out to Honda and the team at Germain Honda of College Hills for looking into this very quickly, especially my sales rep, Phil over at Germain. Shout out to him as well. I did get this ceramic coated as well, and you know, I strongly recommend you guys do that to your cars for longevity, and especially Hondas. They tend to have thinner paint, thinner clear coat. So definitely taking care of the paint is priority. That's actually how I found out the wheels were corroded. Is they're like, do you really want to ceramic coat corroded wheels, or do you want to get them replaced under warranty? And I was like, oh, thanks for letting me know. So I appreciate that. So another issue that we had over the past 15,000 miles was a creaky steering wheel, and they ended up replacing the cable reel twice, and I think this time they actually got it figured out. There's no creakiness to the wheel at all anymore. But I do know that there is a recall on these for the steering rack. It's on this other gas CR-Vs, the Civics. My Civic's affected on one of those for like sticky steering. There's a gear inside the steering motor that, you know, I guess is not lubed correctly or something like that, and was causing some issues with sticky steering. I haven't been affected with this car yet. My Civic is definitely affected from that, and I'm just waiting on parts. Interior, though, is holding up nicely. Like I said in the other videos, these perforated seats are hard to clean. You know, stuff gets stuck in them, and it's just a pain. But you know, no wear on the leather yet, and looking, you know, good as new. Same thing with the back seats as well. Looking good as new. No one really sits back here. It's just me and my wife. But we did end up getting custom sunshades as well. Not that that matters, but yeah. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this in the last video, but I did end up ordering a trunk mat because the carpet was starting to get a little bit frayed from, you know, use. So I did order the genuine Honda CR-V, you know, trunk mat from College Hills Accessories. The quality is, I don't think it's worth the price, so I think I would shop elsewhere for like WeatherTech or Husky Liner or something like that for a better quality mat, but this will do. Like how you can see our Volkswagen stuff there. We used to have a Volkswagen before this car. I think it was a piece of crap, and we just took the stuff that was out of it because it comes in handy. Yeah. All right, let's talk fuel economy. Currently on this tank, we are averaging 37.8 miles a gallon. This tank is a little bit skewed because it's our first week in Ohio that we're starting to get colder, and my wife remote starts her vehicle in the morning for about 5 to 10 minutes. So the MPG counter does count that remote start session into the fuel economy, which most of them don't, which is nice to see that Honda does that. But yeah, that's the current mileage. Overall, the past 16,000, we've been averaging 39.6 miles a gallon. Super happy with that. You know, it's right in line with the EPA estimates, and you know, my wife has a mainly highway commute. Granted, it's low speeds, 55, 60, not 70, 75, but you know, we're really happy with that number. Winter does drag down the fuel economy considerably on this. We still get above 30. We're averaging about 33, 34 in the winter, but in the summer months, that shoots way up. I mean, you can see just on the last 3 tanks before the cold spell hit, you're averaging 41, 40, and 41. And when it's hand calculated, it's dead on accurate. It is a little bit noisier than when it was new. You know, the tires are starting to wear down a bit, although the tires are looking great and superb for, you know, this mileage. We still probably got another 20 to 30,000, maybe 40,000 miles left on them before I, you know, think about replacing them. But, you know, road noise is starting to be a little bit prevalent. Because of that, I definitely probably going to look for a quieter tire. But overall, no real complaints about road noise at all. It's not as bad as my 2024 Civic at all. I'm going to try to keep this video kind of short so we, you know, don't blabber. We're just doing a quick spin around the block to try to keep this short and sweet. You may notice that I'm using, you know, wired CarPlay. That is because the wireless CarPlay does not play well with two devices. It kind of glitches everything out and causes some issues. My wife went to wired CarPlay as well, just because, you know, if we're in here together, it's, you know, just a mess. So kind of a little bit of bummer there, but you know, it works fine. Wired CarPlay works fine. I've lived with it for years, so it's not going to kill me to, you know, use wired CarPlay in here. Still a big fan of the CR-V. You know, no regrets buying this at all. Yes, it's a little bit of a bummer that the wheels are corroding, but Honda is taking care of it, and they didn't even bat an eye on it. They covered it instantly. So, you know, shout out to them once again for, you know, being on the ball with that. But, you know I get a lot of comments as well just saying, why didn't you buy a RAV4? The RAV4 is so much more reliable. And, you know, they certainly have their issues too. You should research the hybrid battery cable corrosion, and that'll bring up some interesting results. You know, the Honda CR-V, I think, is just as reliable as the Toyota RAV4. They both have their issues. None of them are perfect, but this fit the bill better than the RAV4 did. And it was available too. So that was a big factor. Now, I get a lot of comments about the lack of a spare tire in the Honda CR-V and why I would buy a vehicle with the lack of a spare tire. And to answer that question, I don't really care. I know you guys are not going to like that response, and you know, it may seem ignorant. Yes, I do think it's ridiculous that we don't get a spare tire, but all these manufacturers are cost cutting, and, you know, yes, we should all be angry about it, but the reality is we can't do anything about it. And, you know, that's just the reality. So, you know, we have roadside assistance. You know, if my wife gets a flat tire, you know, if she destroys a rim, you know, driving to a safe place, I don't care. I mean, I'll put a new rim on this. I don't care. But, you know, it's just is what it is. And, you know, it's something you have to consider about when you purchase a Honda CR-V, that there is no spare tire. But as good as this drives, the quality of the interior, everything's holding up nicely. No squeaks, no rattles on the interior at all. And how reliable it's been. You know, the powertrain's been perfect in the efficiency. The whole package here, I think it's a very great vehicle for anybody, especially if you have a small family as well. Plenty of room back there. So I hope I've answered some of the questions that you guys have had, or, you know, are curious about with the 2024 CR-V, or just the new generation of CR-V. And yeah, guys, I'm really happy with it. My wife's really happy with it, and hopefully this thing makes it to 300,000 or 400,000 before we have to be, you know, considering replacing it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put it in the comments. I love looking at your guys' comments and responding to them. Hope you guys, you know, like the video. If it helped you out, please be sure to hit the like button, and you know, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do car reviews, but I also do reviews on my own personal vehicles. I own 2 Hondas. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.